Welcome back. Graybeard here. And before I get started with this episode, I wanted to just do a little follow up on the mob farm. I realized that after the last episode that there was a serious problem with it. Actually, a couple. I'll take you through both of them here. The first problem is with the hoppers. That over the overflow pipe, when one of them was overflowing, it would just send the arrows, for example, right over to overflow into the next one. So when the arrows overflowed, it would spill over into the rotten flesh, and then the arrows in the rotten flesh would spill over into the string, and the arrows, rotten flesh, and string would spill over into the gunpowder. Well, that was already full, and that would spill over into the witch's drops. So I redid it rather radically and have all the hoppers. These are the overflow hoppers. They're all going this way. So they're avoiding. So when like the bone hoppers, that's these here. When the bones overflow, they just go straight this way, whoop, and then this way, whoop, and then here I have that same dropper setup that you saw over. It was over there before. I moved it over here. There's the little redstone circuit, the simple redstone circuit there. And I put the lava in. I also added a little cutoff switch here. So if I drop something important anywhere in here, it doesn't get burnt up, it just ends up in here. That's a little bit more convenient than that. And now I can run this whole thing and everything gets thrown away except for the things that I'm actually interested in. So I can put a shulker box right here and have a shulker box full of rotten flesh and the few little items of witch drops just fill up as they want to, take their own sweet time doing so. I could even run this AFK overnight if I wanted to, and it wouldn't be any problem. Except for the other problem I had. I ran this for a while, and even with the item sorting everything, the amount of drops that came down was more than hopper one hopper chain could keep up with. So I had two choices. I could redo this whole thing with multiple hoppers coming in, so I could have like each row be its own hopper chain and have 5 filters or and stuff like that, or do a dropper chain, putting it into water streams and filtering it that way, something really complicated like that. Or you know, remember my theory about mob farms or farms in general? I said it before. I mean, look at this here. That's a lot of rotten flesh, and there's more too. There's rotten flesh in the hoppers, bones, arrows. I didn't even bother hooking up a hopper underneath the arrows. If I need arrows, there, I have arrows. Now I can't even put them back. Now I'm stuck with those extra 5 arrows. You know, gunpowder. That's one thing I actually use, but I've got a chest full of it back in my base. I don't need any more. String. I could sell that. You know. So my solution. Oops, wrong. My solution. don't hate me, was to nerf 4 of the spawning pads and just put lanterns between 4 of the spawning pads so nothing spawns on them. There we go. So, yeah, it's not, I mean, okay. I'll go back over here. So, yeah, it's enough for my needs. If I wanted to make a faster farm, I could. Frankly, I don't really need a faster farm. This one suits my needs just fine. And this, ah, sorry. Go over here to this one hopper. This hopper here does back up every now and then because everything funnels through this one hopper, but it doesn't back up permanently. So it will, over the course of a couple cycles, empty out, and that's fine. And I have more drops than I know what to do with, so, and most of the drops get thrown into lava, so that's fine. Which brings me to this episode. I'm on my bamboo farm here, of course, looking down on my base here. My original plan for the base was to have this be a closed square-shaped base instead of a C-shaped base as it is right now. I also wanted to have there are some things I've seen others do that I really like. For example, the Hermitcraft Cub Fan has this inventory control system where he could just take anything in his inventory and just throw it in this hole. And that can be an item, it can be a shulker box, anything. And it will go and just grab it and sort it into this amazing inventory system. But I was thinking, I don't have any convenient large holes to put things in, but my little fountain in the middle there, I could like drop something in that fountain. You know, when I land, I just go to the fountain and just drop extra shulker boxes in there, and it could drop down through there and could go into some water stream and then go into some shulker unloader and go into some item sorting system and go into some thing. And now that I'm talking about it, maybe that should be the 4th wing. Because I've been doing some clearing out over here, clearing the forest a little bit. And then got to thinking, if I built a wing over here, I'm going to be walking past this wonderful monstrosity a couple times a day. This wall, of course, will be replaced by the continuation of my base after walking past this thing all the time. Which leads me to wonder if maybe what I should do is raise it up move the whole thing up 2 blocks. Move it up so that that chest there, down there, the collection chest, is up here at the level of this block right here. And then I could, I don't know, run a hopper line over to the bamboo storage in here. Oh, this is getting full again. How about that? Just a thought. Which I think I might do. So, actually got it finished. Everything's up there now. It's just a partial solution. I didn't move the tower. See? Hi guys. Hungry? Oh. Um. Hey there. It's a couple days later. I've gotten some work done. Some of which is probably fairly obvious, and some of which might be a bit more subtle, especially from up here. So I'll run you through the whole thing. Whee! Never gets old. First in here, I bumped this out 1 block. So everything in here, from here to here, is 9 blocks. And by the way, from here, crash my yard. From here to here is 9 blocks. So there's a symmetry in the courtyard and in the wings. This wing is not 9 yards, but I ain't moving that block back there for anything. No way, no how. Um, I pushed this back. I haven't really done too much with this yet, but I know this looks kind of weird there. But moving these chests is going to be an interesting challenge. I also moved this black 2 blocks. Now this is much wider. I'm also experimenting with different blocks. So I changed this from jungle to spruce just to see how it looks. Is it just everything being jungle here? Planks on the floor, planks on the sill, log pillars. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. I took out this wall here, and this is the beginnings of the fourth wing. I've started construction of this. This is the same alternating strip log pattern that I use over on the wing opposite. I'll show you how I do this. It's fairly straightforward. The basic rule is you never place a block facing the log pattern there. So go here. Nope, not there. Plunk, plunk. That's fine. Fortunately, here I can just do it like this. Here. So I'm not using this here anymore. This mark the edge of the thing. However, part of it stays. Because right here, where right here, doopy doopy doo, Rex out of Now, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 wide when every other one is 9 wide. As I said before, I can't push this wall inside back because there's too much stuff based on that wall. That wall ain't going nowhere. So, but what I can do to make things look a little better is move this gate or this huge long fence, this fence made of gates, back one, and then and just run the wall over here one more, so it looks at least looks. So that's what I'll do. I think I'm probably off camera. I'm sure I'll do it right. But let me get the floor finished, and then I'll do the walls off camera. Floor's almost done. It's gonna look more weird to have this nice straight wall here with all of a sudden bump out. And you know, if you're actually saving right here, way here. Okay, right here. And now here's a problem. This doesn't line up. What do you think? What would you do? You know, dogs are wise about such things. I know exactly what his answer would be. If he could bark, he would say, I wouldn't care. And he'd probably be right. But I don't have that luck. That, of course, one more iron block. Ah, last one, please. Not gonna look quite perfect, but it's kind of reaching the corner, and it's kind of hitting the corner here, even though this is wider than that, and add an extra one here and do something like that. Yeah, I I'll do is I'll have the slabs here go where slabs up here will go where iron blocks are. So they'll mimic the floor. And I need to make a decision on this roof here. Okay, I think it's done, although there's some surprises here and there. Here's the bird's eye view, although frankly, you don't get many birds up here. They're all down there. There's a bit of a surprise that happened. You see that tree that wasn't there before. I'll show you that in a second. But there's a certain symmetry to it. I'm kind of wondering whether I should make all the sides the narrow sawtooth like this and this, as opposed to this wide sawtooth pattern that I have here. But, yeah, right, maybe. Hey guys, let me show you this tree here, which is rather unique, actually. It's big. And I'm just minding my own business, growing, planting my, I'm sorry, building a wing here. All of a sudden, this tree grows, which is like the biggest jungle tree I've ever seen. Not even 2 wide, it's actually 3 wide, if you can believe that. Look at the size of this thing. Huge. Yeah. But you know what? I kind of like it, and I think I've got some plans for it. So it's going to stay. And so I just worked around it. I like the, I think Grian did a video some time ago about if villages lived in jungles. And in that video, all the larger jungle houses had trees coming out of them. So I thought, why not? Wouldn't it be nice if a tree came out of mine? And what do you know? It did. So, cool. So this is the outside of it, the top of it. As you see, it has a 2 wide pattern on the division, unlike the 1 wide here, which is still kind of strange. I know. I moved the llama, my temporary storage llama. I have to fix the doors here. Maybe I'll move that door to this side. I don't know yet. That might be safe. In any case, here we are. A lot of space in here. This nice off-color pattern here is actually crafting table. I like putting a crafting table in each wing. It's all spruce here. Spruce. Except, of course, for the support pillars, which you can barely see in the corner there. And then, of course, it transitioned to the industrial wing. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing I changed here. This is the collection chest for the bamboo farm, and you can see it's empty. I added these hoppers here. Now, because they're going into the black hole of bamboo, like I added these as protection. If the if the lever is facing that way, then the bamboo flows that way. If the lever is facing that way, bamboo will try to go that way, but of course will fail. So that means I can put something in this chest right here, and it will end up in this hopper right here and not go anywhere. This one here is set to not go, set to that way, so there's stuff collecting here. I should never have both levers facing that way. So yeah, that's my new home. Here we are. I need to put ways in these corners here. I have nice convenient scaffolding to get on the roof. I need to put something like that in these corners. I could probably do that here maybe. Somewhere right. Or maybe just a vine. Oh, just a vine. Some other time. Anyway, I think that'll probably do it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.